Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vanquisher League, week number 4. I'm Raptor, joined by the ever lovely Satyr, looking very street today with the beanie.
I wear a beanie every day. Have you not noticed this?
No, but I am blind.
It's been 3 years.
This wouldn't bother me to know that I have missed something. But we've got an exciting matchup today. We got Calypso Gaming versus DropDeadGaming. Both these teams, very exciting to see them play. I haven't got to watch either of them play yet, actually.
I've seen DDG and Calypso a couple of times before, but this beanie thing's actually thrown me for a loop. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't even think our producer knows what hair color I have. Yeah, so like our producer's been here for about the same time I have, maybe 2 years, and they still don't know what color hair I have. Like, it's a beanie every day. But yeah, really excited to see DDG and MCT jump into this one. They're both teams that have been on opposite ends start-wise. Let's be honest. One team has obviously done quite well to get where they've been so far. They're currently at 1 and 2. They've actually got their first win on the board, and that's kind of what matters. They've started at least with at least one win, while on the other side, DropDead have got 2 and Calypso have got 1. It's all a mess right now in my brain. I'm looking at too many stat sheets. But they're on opposite ends, right? So I kind of need, when I go check, it is DDG with the lead. So Calypso players need to come through and actually start winning some games and get onto that 2-2 at least, while DropDead, they've got a really good start, and I think a lot of it has come down to that bot lane. And you were quite excited to see the Silver Weasel as a name in itself. You were very excited about that one. But Talia Grande, it's way too hard to say. We're just going to say Grande, I think, because Talia is a champion. But it's all coming down to that bot side. And what are you expecting to see coming into this one from the bot side? Is there any picks you want to see coming in?
Honestly, I'm hoping to see them get a little bit creative with the support picks. I've seen a lot of engaged supports. I want to see someone try to bust out the enchanters. Give me some Janna. Give me that. I love Janna. But also, or just something kind of wacky. I like to see creative support picks. I think it can really throw an enemy AD carry off their game. And I want to see a little bit of that. Give me some Set. Give me some Shen. Give me the AP Shaco support. It's what I want to see.
I think you need to reevaluate how you play League of Legends, just from beginning to end, because none of those entice me. What I want to see more than anything else is I want to see some really, really heavy control mage right now, because I feel like a lot of teams are underutilizing the ability for your mid laner to control areas. Like, there's so much in Vanquisher, especially. There's so much kind of presence around those Drake and Grubs that if you have a control mage like an Orianna or Hui or something along those lines, it makes it so much easier for you to navigate the map around those areas and get the help you need to actually secure those objectives. So I want to see a little bit more of that and a little bit less of, I'm just going to try and win mid lane by playing Tristana or Corki and just running down the mid lane. I want to see a little bit more team play, because I think team play will catapult a mid-level team to a top-level team very, very quickly. But I am looking forward to going into draft with Tristana, Skarner, Corki, Rek'Sai, and stuff like that being the top picks right now. I kind of want to see one of those. Maybe not the Corki. I don't really like Corki as much. I wanted him to be an ADC, and somehow mid laners have still stolen him from me down that bot lane. But especially the likes of Skarner and stuff like that, I really want to see a Skarner come through today.
That would be fun. Yeah, I think I would be really excited to see a Skarner come through. I have been loving it, but we'll have to see. Get underway to draft game number 1. And oh my, the names still over at the bottom. The Silver Weasel and Talia. They're just such big names.
Aurelian's all being taken away first is a bit of a strange one for me. I thought Aurelian was... I know it's going into an AP meta and it's going slowly back towards that Rylai's, Liandry's, Blackfire Torch kind of era. But I don't want that yet. Just bring me back to control. I don't want this constant dot damage style. But Rek'Sai is actually going to be taken away alongside the Poppy, which is a favored pick in the support pool at the moment. I do want to see what they go for here. If they want to get rid of... Okay. So they focus the support and bot side and then go, let's ban a Nivea. So I think it's just comfort picks being taken away here. Yeah, there's really not much going into this draft if we're taking away the likes of Braum right now. Yeah, let's go for another mid laner. Go on, just take away another. Yeah, we're going to take away a Syndra. I think they're just banning away comfort picks from MCT right now, which is it's a strategy. I'm not sure if it's the strongest one going forward right now. We are going to see a Skarner at least, but the old icon, so it's old Skarner, not the new Skarner.
There we go. Sorry, I was getting a call at the same time, but Soraka coming through. Okay, so we are seeing the Enchanter supports. That is one I would like to see. Soraka very strong, really good at stopping a lot of casters. If they're expecting a lot of caster picks coming out from the side of Calypso Gaming.
I think more than likely it's just a Soraka one trick with the name Star Chow.
But Silver Weasel's there.
Oh yeah, sorry, Silver Weasel. I was like, Star Chow, that's definitely a Soraka one trick. You read the name before you read the rest of it, but we do see Jabber locking in the Smolder, which is a very interesting pick. That's going to definitely be able to scale up into that late game alongside the Skarner. Skarner's tank stats just explode later on in the game, and Nami to help keep it alive. I expect to see something more along the lines of a bully bot lane. So it's actually going to be Soraka and Leona coming through. So double support bot side? Is that what we're looking for? Or are they going to go for Soraka mid to help neutralize mid laner?
That would be very... Oh god, what's not Soraka top lane, no. But Soraka mid would be an interesting pick. You know, you control the map with the heals. Just ult and you hit a global heal. It's a pretty powerful ability. You see the second phase of bans ticking on through Caitlyn. So a focus on AD bans from the side of Calypso.
That's confusing me because they don't think they must have more information than we do. They've obviously scouted this team. They think that Soraka's going somewhere else there, which means that could be a Hui bot side with Soraka mid. And then to follow that up, you need something that can just like go in here. You need something that can engage hard to get onto that way. And yeah, Maokai will definitely do that. But what are they going to pick into that mid lane now? You need something that can control an area. You need something that can lock down certain spaces, so it opens up the ability for Smolder to... That'll do. A cage will definitely hold them back, because that engage is very... I send myself forward with Belva and Leona. So they have everything they need to withstand an engage and stand back, unless it's an Aatrox flanking and running you down, which I think that's the only normal champion we're seeing in the meta.
Aatrox, yeah, I'd agree. It's kind of the... I think of it like I think Varus. I thought of Varus for a long time of like, I don't know what I want to pick, so I'm just going to pick Aatrox. It's just the default. So not sure that is going to, how that's going to go. We'll have to see as we get ready to load on into the game. But what do you think? Yep. All right. All right. We're already loading on into game. And Satyr, you want to talk a little bit about these comms and what you're hoping to see out of them?
I don't know if there's anything I'm going to see out of them, because not a lot of them are making sense to me. It is actually that Soraka bot lane, and it's going support with Leona going for the tank item, the Doran's shield, to start this one off. So are we going to see a lane swap come through? There's always the possibility of Soraka and Leona's walking top lane and playing that lane swap style, see if they can just put the pressure onto the Skarner. As we do have a lovely overview of the 5-point spread coming out. See, I'm very confused by this. I don't see a world where Smolder doesn't scale for free in a lane where he's never really going to be under pressure. I know Leona can engage and get a couple of the procs off in terms of sunlight combined with the Soraka, and that's your main source of damage. It's passive on basically nothing. It's the bot lane doesn't make any sense to me. The mid lane at least is control versus control, with the guy that's name is Tanksta playing a very squishy Veigar with Jabber heading onto the Maokai. So mid lane is very susceptible to ganks in the first 1 through 3. as Maokai can just flash W and knock you back into a cage wall if you don't flash respectfully. So yeah, there's more opportunity, I think, for the Veigar and Maokai to get something going, while Skarner Aatrox is going to be a farm fest and bot lane is making no sense.
Yeah, I don't really understand the bot lane. It feels like Soraka mid would have been better in this case. Like, you know, Soraka can just silence Veigar, make it, and kind of trade better with him. Prevent him from really walking up and getting most of that. I guess you could kind of do that with Smolder. He can't really stack as well if he can't cast, but that's like, cast times are so low. I don't know. I feel the Hui would have been better in the bot lane. That makes more sense to me than it does in the mid. I feel like it would do better as a carry to scale up down there. Well, that's just me. I mean, maybe there is something that DDG has up their sleeve that we just aren't aware of with this. Maybe they've found the secret tech. It'd be very impressive, but and I don't think that's what it is, but we will have to see. As they get in underway with the farming, just slowly clearing this out. They're definitely going to get pushed in, though. I think Kush and Lotus are going to have a very easy time keeping this wave pushed in.
Yeah, MCT are going to have a much easier time with Smolder scaling as well, because how are they ever going to stop that Smolder from getting to those stacks, resetting with the Qs, and poking them down as well with the sneeze? Like, it's a very, very difficult lane for them to play into. As we do see that Jabber's now going to realize that he's missing a camp. A little bit of worry coming out there, as Montgomery does have a little bit of an advantage. Things are looking very messy though overall, because we're going to see Montgomery come down now. There's a nice engage coming from Silver Weasel. I will step back off of this one as the heals come through, and they're playing just for a Bel'Veth, but first blood to Soraka.
Yeah, I guess the Soraka carry is starting. Here we go. This is the domination of Soraka carry. But very good for the Bel'Veth, starting to get those stacks going. That's kind of Bel'Veth's whole thing, just gank, get stacks, become the attack speed demon from hell. Which, I mean, there's a lot of demons on this team with Aatrox. But 1-0, only 1,000 gold leading 4 minutes into the game. And Montgomery looking to make some push into this bot side red and blue jungle. If they can get these. Here comes Jabber.
Yeah, a lot of decent work coming through from Montgomery just to keep the pressure up on the Maokai. Maokai does want to be as safe as possible when walking around the map, because 1v1s don't usually go in Maokai's favor. He does need assistance as damage is low. We do see him going back, picking up that cloth armor to try and get those plated steel caps going. Try to get himself a little bit of tank stats for that Bel'Veth if they do manage to meet. As we do see tanks there just happily farming up, currently on 27 stacks. So Veigar will be happy enough for the moment, but not really opting into using that Q just for one stack, always looking for two. On the other side, Kush is going to be doing his very best to try and get those stacks in himself. It's such a scaling comp, and will they be afforded enough time? That's what I guess the game will tell us for now.
I guess I didn't realize this because I thought Silver Weasel was the support, but this is actually a farming Leona and a support Soraka. So I think the sense is even more confusing. Like, I guess they're just trying to get a second tank?
Yeah, overload the front line with Leona Aatrox.
Buy space
Is
for
that
Bel'Veth.
tankier than Skarner? That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, it could be. I will say Leona, the only thing that stops Leona from being a top laner is the fact that she can't proc her own passive. If she could, she'd be the most powerful top laner in the game by far, because she has so much lockdown.
Ante.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, there's just so
Ante
much.
is busted.
Yeah, but just think, imagine if Leona could proc her own passive like Lux can. Oh, as she goes on in, Silver Weasel looking for Lotus, trying to charge him down, is going to pick it up with the explosion from the Eclipse, but will they be able to get out? Talia Grande trying to heal him up, trying to save this Leona. The heals are just rolling through. It's really hard to kill them with Soraka here. And here comes Montgomery. Now they're on the return chase, looking for the Maokai. Going on in, the flash will come through. And Jabber's going to get on out. 1-0 trade. I think I'm starting to see it. I think I'm starting to get what DDG is throwing down with this bot lane.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand it a little bit. I'm just not understanding how they're not just playing to scale. Like, Maokai should not be focusing on this lane at all. Like, there's a much easier gank available for you in the mid lane. And Tanksla should be your priority right now, because that'll help you secure those objectives a little bit easier, because you know Velvet wants to go towards the likes of these grubs. It'll make it so much easier for the pushing power as well on the other side. Yeah, it just feels like you want a little bit more control around this area. As we do see pings going down towards the grubs now, they could get contested very easily with Velvet also having that Heartbound axe already set up and going, but they're walking towards the spot side to collect a wave. It's a really weird proxy jungle game, no?
Yeah, this is kind of weird. I mean, it's going to give Jabber the opportunity to get Calypso something up on the board. Always good to have. You know, the grubs, even if they're not winning in just the straight up lane, might as well just try to go make the scaling a little bit easier with the grubs. You know, help them tear turrets down, get that gold quicker, get those stacks rolling up. So I think this is a good play for them. Meanwhile, though, on the other side, Dead is going right for the dragon. I want to say that was a second was Infernal. Okay, so one Infernal dragon going down here. They're going to just trade neutral objectives. The rest of Calypso did roam on up to the top side. There's the only one not here. He's going to find it. And I thought Belbeth was going to leave those stacks. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, Menace going to have to flash out of the cage. Doesn't want to get caught up by the Nami and the Veigar. That CC chain could be problematic. But Menace is still going to push this turret in. Has really, honestly, had his way with this lane so far.
And Nooner there with a bit of a strange flash there. I don't think you actually need to expend it there, as I don't think you're ever in danger of dying, even with Aatrox landing that, as you are probably the healthiest creature known to man. It just feels like a very unconfident game from both sides, and everyone's just kind of trying to have some fun with this one. There's going to be an attempt to dive down bot. If they have pulled Ace down towards this as Kush, you won't be able to scale if there's a way on you.
Oh, here comes Jabber, though. He goes right in onto Leona. Silver Weasel trying to get out. Smolder comes in from over top with Mom. Silver trying to go back in, buy some space. The ult from the way coming through. Everyone getting really low, though, on the side of Dead. Lotus getting incredibly low. Literally sliver of health. And the E, oh, the flash, E not enough. Q's gonna pick up that kill. They're gonna pick up a second there as well. Montgomery gets knocked up, trying to dash away. Menace, so close for a kill. 3 members of Calypso on just death's door, and they managed to come out with 2 kills.
Yeah, everything about that dive just went badly from start to finish. The fact that Kush survives all of that is absolutely insane. The flash silence attempt from the Soraka flashed really, really well by Lotus, but they get what they want out of that, because they get some gold onto the Smolder, and Maokai gets a lifeline there and the ability to stay in this game, as Ote Belvet was going to start taking over just through being able to farm a little bit better, getting that assist, and the Infernal is to give a little bit more damage, but now has that Warden's Mail, has those plated steel caps. Belvet is going to have a much more difficult time, and that dive was so risky, and they just look so uncoordinated.
They risked it for the biscuit, but the biscuit did not arrive. And now they've put themselves on the back foot, finding themselves, like you said, Maokai with the Warden's Mail and the plated steel caps. Going to be a big problem. Meanwhile, Star Chow, I thought he ulted for a moment. I thought he was going in. I was like, wow, he's about to go ham. But the bot lane has returned to its normal state, as Silver Weasel is going to go on in. They're going to try to silence up Kush. He's going to walk on out, not going to get rooted up by that. Silver Weasel, though, taking a lot of poke on the way out from the Nami, from the Smolder. There is a Maokai here. Jabber is looking. He's going to try to go forward. He's going to do the twisted advance onto Grande. Grande on the run, trying to get away, and is going to get knocked out. Kush going to pick up that kill. Smolder starting to come online. Montgomery's going to look for this topside blue buff. The traded consolation prize, but they are finding themselves in quite a weak position now. 200 gold down against a comp that honestly will definitely outscale them. Smolder Veigar, that's just gonna outscale anything you've got on the side of DDG.
Yeah, Veigar has one of the best scalings in the game. Let's be honest. It's constant AP. Once you get a Rabadons, it's just going to keep increasing that percentage. and Montgomery just getting some free camps on the other side of it. We'll be working slowly towards those grubs to try and even those up. But right now, Maokai is rushing towards that Frozen Heart to make sure that Velvet is pretty much eliminated from being that big carry potential. If Maokai can stick to the Belvet and not die, they'll have a very, very tough time keeping that Belvet strong. Crackosphere was built though, so a little bit of a lifeline there, but no boots yet. I believe they've probably went for the free boots upgrade, and with the lack of kills, it'll be another while before they get it. But yeah, it's all about stopping this one pick.
They're gonna try to stop Menace from getting away as they clash on forward. Twisted Advance coming through. The ult from the Soraka though is not gonna be enough. Tanksta gonna pick up that kill. Ace Menace finally getting punished for his over aggression. Meanwhile though, Montgomery is not gonna find this scuttle. Nooner is here with Jabber, and they're gonna make this very difficult for the Belvet to find anything. But mid lane could be an opportunity. Tanksta gonna flash that. Get a little bit of trade back for himself. Overall though, 19,500 to 19.2, only 300, 400 gold separate these two teams, and it's still anyone's game honestly, but I think MCT is in a much stronger position given their scaling, given where they've got these kills. They won't have the double grubs, but that's at least something DDG can take with Constellation tries here.
Yeah, they definitely take something from this one. I am looking right now at more and more of the comp, and it's just, it's one of those things that you see a lot spoke of on the likes of watch parties for LEC and LCS, where they speak about low damage comps. And right now, DDG seem like a low damage comp. Like, Hwei, yes, can scale and start doing damage later on, and there's a lot of AoE, but it's not the same level of burst you'll see with the likes of Veigar or anything like that. And with so much focus going on to Soraka healing and trying to keep Velvet in the game, there's already 3 people getting grievous wounds. So I just don't see how DDG's comp works in the late game unless Soraka can heal the non-grievous wounds target. Everything just seems a little bit off to me in this game. This feels like a solo queue game.
It really does. This feels like something like I would see in solo queue. I'd be like, I'm Montgomery, I'm gonna run this. As we see a fight breaking out. The ult coming through from Jabber from over top. Mom as well falling through from Koosh. Teleport coming in as well. Silver Weasel will probably be the sacrifice here, but it's gonna actually get out. Now Nooner has arrived. The teleport coming in from Star Chow. The members of DDG are very low here. Gotta take this very slow if they wanna be able to get out. They've got to keep their Soraka healthy. The stun, though, landing on the Star Chow is going to get out. Gonna take a lot of poke, though. Montgomery, just a sliver of health as Ace is looking to trade back, getting Nooner pretty low. Montgomery looking to clear out this ward, maybe find a way to get out of this, get a little bit of healing. The ult coming through from the top with Soraka. Nooner coming around the side. This Skarner is looking. Meanwhile, mid lane is pushing. The rest of DDG is just going to back off. They're going to take this first turret, accept that gold trade as a consolation. CT going to pick up the Mountain Drake, and everyone's going to walk away. 5 people show up to Dragon, and no one dies. Sounds like the beginning of a joke.
Yeah, it's like the NA sleep. It's like the 10-man sleep emote thing that happened to was it Spica at Worlds, where the Lilia sleep hit 5 people and his team didn't engage after it. It's like that. It's like everyone was fighting a Drake and then everyone fell asleep and forgot to try and go for the kills. It just seemed so. I don't like reusing the phrase "there's a lack of communication," but that's what this game feels like. It feels like neither team are really communicating. Everyone's just playing. It's like, is Discord down? Is everyone just not talking to each other? Is everything communicated by pings right now? Everything just seems a little bit disjointed, and right now we do see an attempted dive. We've seen one of these on the bot side before, and we saw a survival from the other side. Will they be able to do the same on this one? Soraka in a lot of trouble, though, as she does get rooted, booted, and deleted from the server right now, with Montgomery looking for Lotus. Goes too deep, too far, and is now surrounded by 3 people under a tower. You've put yourself into the dive.
Yeah, tried to... I don't know what was going on there. This is you really are right with what you said earlier. This is so much like a game. I'm not sure if they actually all are in chat or not, or if they're just kind of playing this silently with just text chat and pings. But It's gonna end badly right now for Ace Menace as he is gonna get knocked back into the circle, gonna get bubbled, just gonna get stun bounced house. Tank's gonna go on that killing spree. 6-2 in kills. MCT looking like they are taking a commanding control of this game. They are technically down in gold, but I don't think they're really in a worried position. I'd say, honestly, if they're even in gold, that's actually losing for DDG.
Yeah, like this isn't enough of a goal lead to get excited over. It is mostly due to the fact that Star Chow is just power farming through this game, while Kush is trying to keep it even while dominating in that bot side. It's just CS numbers are the biggest thing. Like the kills are keeping them in it, but it's just the experience that'll be coming from those as well. I think a lot of it will come down to, yeah, so as we're seeing here, it's mostly in that top side with Nooner being so far behind. He's been involved in plays and helping getting his team into the right positions and setting them up for things, but he's only got 1 assist and he's down quite a sizable chunk of gold. He has got that Sunfire online now and he's slowly going to go towards that Fimble Winter. We're going to see a lot more of that, but the engage coming through from Jabber Jabber.
Yeah, Montgomery on the run, trying to get out there, but they do find someone in the back. It is Tanksta, has to flash out at half health. Montgomery trying to dash and get away. Ace is here to back up his squad, but no need. Everyone's just gonna walk on out. Gage goes a little south. Top turret is gonna fall. Outer turret going down. Star Chow really on the drive on this turret. Has 100% turret kill right now. I thought maybe he was going to lose it if they got this bottom one, but Smolder is here. He's at the 2nd stack mark. He's got the bouncing stacks. He's smoldering right now. In this smolder time.
No.
No?
We're not doing smolder time. We're not doing that.
It's always smolder time, man.
In a more hyped game, I would let you away with that one, but because this game is the way it is, I'm not letting you away with that one. Smoldering time is not staying. Not at all.
No. Okay.
Also, Jabber Jabber, you are spotted on wards. You know that area is fully warded and you are just chilling in a bush. It's also going to be another like 4 versus 3 bot side.
Yeah. It's gonna just let this go. They know they can't really take it. And they're gonna let the turret fall. All the outer turrets now gone for the side of MCT. DDG pulling themselves a nice little gold lead, but again, clock is still ticking. The scaling is still there for MCT. You can get all the gold in the world, but if you let Veigar get to 1,000 stacks, Smolder get to 300, 400, maybe in a world of hurt. So they've got to keep the tempo up this game if they want to win it out. You know, MCT trying to find a way to slow the pace. It hasn't gone great, but there's still opportunity. They're finding it right now, looking for this little step.
Yeah, really big one here. They needed to rotate the Nami up as well to help secure this Scuttle Crab. I'd be very surprised to see them try force a Baron here, but you know, in a game like this, anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen because they could very easily just everyone jump on the Star Chow. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, see if they can get him, or if he can get on out, getting stunned up, getting bounced around. Throws everything in the kitchen sink at him, and they finally shut him down. Didn't realize his lead was that big with the gold, but they are going to finish him off. Meanwhile, DDG, they see 4 people top. They know that's the call. They're going to lose the turret. Might as well go for this Hex Dragon. And MCT, they're just continuing the push. It looks like they really want to take this top side. They've dropped the Herald. They might try to go for an inhibitor right here. They get the opportunity. Yeah, they're continuing this push.
I don't think Leona and Soraka have the ability to wave clear. Something that Away is kind of built for and will not be there in time as the Baby Cage comes down and Silver Weasel now caught in a bit of a weird position. Flash is available, so they should be okay and the healing is there, but they've somehow managed to get... I don't know, Raptor. I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. Well, I mean, they didn't manage to break it. They did get it low, but I mean, it is the inhibitor turret, so it will heal. For those of you who don't know, because you break turrets too fast, those turrets do heal. Same with the Nexus turrets. So if you don't finish it off, like, it's just slowly becoming less efficient over time. And DDG picked up the Hex Dragons. They did make a trade out of that turret. Said, hey, you know what? We can't get up there to defend the turret. Let's just take this dragon, get the Velvet stacks going, get this moving along. And now the only other objective on the map is Baron. We're seeing wards starting to go down around it for the side of DDG. A couple people starting to rotate up. They do spot the Maokai. Jabber gonna have to deal with Montgomery as he is gonna get knocked up. Flashes over the wall and drops the ult. gonna root up. Meanwhile, the ult coming through, I wasn't sure, is that Nami? It was a Nami ult that seemed really short. So that's gonna be down for this fight too. Nothing burned from the side of DDG there. They still got everything. So the fight breaks out around Baron. Would prove costly for MCT. Gotta take this nice and slow.
It could prove costly. DDG right now are in this kind of stale tempo where they have to wait for something to happen and hope there's enough of them there to deal with it. Like, Montgomery tried to find an engage there onto Maokai. Maokai just flashes out, and they've used a lot to try and get to that. But their engage has to center around Leona sticking to a target. Leona can't do that right now. I just feel like I don't have a feeling about this comp. It's just people have picked champions. I don't understand what their idea is going to be when it comes to those later stages. I guess if Leona, Hui, and Bel'Veth can get a reset mid-fight, there's a chance they can possibly try to run through it, or Aatrox gets a good flank. But even then, you're against a Skarner and a Maokai, and the Maokai went for that frozen part to try and stop the Bel'Veth attack speed. You have a baby cage that's going to eliminate any opportunity for you to get a good engage because you're all front facing, have to walk through, possibly get stunned champions. You have a Smolder on the backside that is already way ahead in scaling. 191 stacks is nearly at execute range, so a little bit of extra healing you're looking for from the Soraka is not going to work because it's a 5% difference. It's just a very tough game.
Yeah, this is a very difficult game. I think especially DDG as the scaling goes up. Saw the ult there coming out of Jabber. Seemed like they seem to be playing kind of scared. Like, these ults have been really odd from the Maokai. They feel really unnecessary too. Like, you weren't engaged on. Like, why drop the ult? It feels odd. Now Jabber's gonna get engaged on. They're gonna knock him up. The ult's gonna come through from Lotus. Silver Weasel with the daylight coming in from over the top. Teleport in from the side of Nooner. He's gonna flash into his teammates though with the whale. On top of the Silver Weasel goes in. Bomb comes in from over the top. Montgomery's gonna fall. Finally, now Aatrox though going forward. Starchow gets one. Will he be able to find a second? Ace and Grande on the back trying to do something. She's just trying to heal him up. This Aatrox is just not dying. And they're gonna back off. 1 for 2 strays. The fight over though. Just kind of that fight blew up, started, a lot happened, and then just ended.
Yeah, it was just an explosive fight where not a lot happened in it, but enough happened in it that it looked pretty. They are going to get a little bit more damage off the Jabber, who now does use the ult, and Soraka is quite low on the back if they can get to, as they do on a bubble onto Starchow. Starchow now in trouble. Ace Menace will trade it back as Jabber falls. The execute is now there for Smolder as well. 25 minutes.
Yeah, and they almost killed Starchow. He was literally on the line, and Grande healed him, kept him from dying. What a pocket Soraka right there. Just, it's what you like to see out of your Soraka.
I think I need I don't know. I think I need just can we just have constant fighting? Can we just ARAM this one? Because this is just, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels awful to watch. It's just, I don't understand any of it. Everything seems wrong. It's like I teleported back to season 6 where you could just play whatever you want and snowball a lead. Like, Aatrox done great there, and the survivability with Soraka is amazing. But eventually you will run out of time. Eventually they will outscale you, and you can't force hard enough right now with the strength that you do have. Also, not having that lethality on the Aatrox, where Aatrox is kind of shining right now with that Profane build, where you can one-shot the likes of Smolder and Veigar. If you're not one-shotting them, they're just going to throw all the damage back in your face, no?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna really be able to get as many kills. I don't think this Aatrox is gonna be able to do quite the work they think. But despite being technically down kills, DDG has the objective lead. They have they've got neutral and turret objective lead. They're in our commanding position.
Starchow lead. They
have a Starchow lead. In Starchow we trust.
Like, this is this is the top gap. Like it is.
There's a gap in the mid
that
lane
they have
too. I mean, in jungle.
is-
There's a gap in the jungle. That's a big gap in the jungle.
Yeah, Bel'Veth has been power farming a lot more, but Maokai isn't. Maokai isn't a champion. He is just an extra. He's Daisy. That's what Maokai is. He is Daisy in this game. He just has a Knight's Vow attached to him, and he does the exact same thing. He knocks up if he gets close to you. Like it is just a Daisy. It's a. I don't know. Like, what are they meant to do in this situation? Jabberjabber's going to start the engage. They're going to be able to walk up to this one. They've landed on Leona, more CC into the cage, into the knockup. Down comes the damage. Silver Weasel's not going to die here, but the re-engage will come through. There goes Mom. Finally, the executes might start coming out as the fight has begun. There goes the first one. There goes the second one. Where's your damage?
Yeah. Where is the damage? Do you see Silver Weasel going in? Does a re-engage after all the CC is dropped, for everything is gone, and there's nothing. They did get quite a bit of damage from Ace, but Ace can't alone carry this game. It's an AP carry as Jabber flashes forward onto him. Ace is gonna flash on out. Nooner was looking, but won't be able to find the wall ram. Now they're trying to turn it around. The members of MCT are low, but here comes Aatrox looking to hunt. He ults, starts out on the hunt, looking to maybe pick someone else up, looking for Koosh. Will Koosh be able to get away? Is gonna fly over the wall. Star Chow's too low. He's gonna have to back out and not gonna be able to continue that one.
Something happened there? No, nothing. Aatrox pops the world ender, runs towards them, and everything's already been burned. Everything's already been used. Like, I'm honestly not trying to be mean, but this just feels disrespectful at this stage. To like Silver Weasel and Grande, they need to play damage. Like, you use their carries. You need to be able to get something from this one, and right now they're not, and it just feels like Smolder's going to outscale them, Veigar's going to outscale them, and the game will end before we see what they're trying to do with this Soraka Leona. Like, yes, Leona is incredibly tanky and is surviving a lot more than what we probably expected, but the LDRs are going to start coming out. The Rabadons is very, very close for the Veigar. We're going to start seeing Void Staffs come out. Possibly, if they really wanted to get testy with it, they could go for like a Black Cleaver as well on the Smolder, because he's very versatile in his build style. And you will eventually just die, and then you don't have a follow-up damage. Like, Star Chow could do a lot. Star Chow could be a difference maker. But even then, is it going to be too long gone? Like, we're looking at level 16 Veigar, and they're gifting him more stacks.
Yeah, and I don't understand the Locket pickup. Leona has been very, very far from her team the entire, like, every fight. Is always just really far ahead before Aatrox and Bel'Veth can even get there. So I just don't see the point of the Locket. You're the only one getting a shield. The tank stats aren't as impressive as, say, like a stone plate, which gives you even more of a personal shield. It's not giving you any more ability to, like, you know
what the worst thing is? I still think there's a possibility that DDG win by just Star Chow backdooring.
It could be. Star Chow has taken a lot of side turns.
That would be the most Vanquisher thing ever. It's because we've done this before. We've had games like this where the comp doesn't make sense, and then they somehow win it. It could very, very easily happen.
That would be, honestly.
It would break my heart.
I know. I can see. I can hear the tilt. I can hear
I
it.
would leave. I literally walk out the door and I'll go play with my dog.
This is like when I casted with my buddy Brendan, and he was always like, "I swear, if I see Senna come out, I'm done, just done."
It's just one of those days.
It's one of those days. It's okay, you know. We all have a day.
Limp Bizkit. Just one of those days. I think it is Limp Bizkit. Showing my age with that one.
Limp Bizkit. You know, I actually had a buddy once who we were trying to get for a cast, but he couldn't make it because he was actually he was an extra in a Limp Bizkit video. We were just like, oh, wait, was it Limp Bizkit? No, it wasn't Limp Bizkit. It was what's that
Also,
band
for anyone wondering, we're frozen right now because that's the actual pause. This is when the actual pause happened. Just a league thing. Don't worry about it.
Yep. And now we're
Would
back.
that be something you'd tell people, that I was an extra in a Limp Bizkit video? Because I wouldn't tell people that.
No, it wasn't Limp Bizkit. What's that Canadian one everyone hates?
Break?
No.
Justin Bieber?
No, it's a band. It's actually a band. Maybe it
Drake
was.
has like 17 Ghost Riders, so it's pretty much a ban.
Damn. Damn.
Team Kendrick all the way, let's go.
Team Kendrick all the way. I
Yeah,
almost
I'm
made a
just sort of like
really
boogeyman
bad
of
joke at the
fighting,
start
like-
of that. Speaking of start, this fight is about to start on off. You can see Silver Weasel trying to buy some space. Everyone wants this dragon. If DDG gets this, they will have soul. They are on soul point. Like, they've just quietly been pushing towards that. It is started up. Star Chow is on the back, looking to chow down on some Smolder. The ult coming through. It lands on Lotus, and they're looking for it. Mon comes in from over above. Montgomery gonna pick up the Vagar. Gonna pick up a second there on to the Maokai. Looking for a third. Montgomery going forward. Gonna get stunned up. Koosh trying to get away, but gonna get shut down by Ace Menace. Lotus trying to run. Gonna get pulled back. Gonna get dunked. Star Chow gonna pick up that kill. Oh, huge fight for DDG. They get 4. They get the Soul Hex Soul, and they might even go for the Baron off that.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. There's something about that Aatrox that just comes in on the back and kills everything. Like, there's always that opportunity, and it happens, and they're probably going to win the game off this, and that's what's going to annoy me. Like, it just seems like neither team know how to communicate at the moment, because why is Nooner not standing on Koosh during that engage? Like, there's no world where your Smolder should ever be in that much trouble, and Nooner looked like he'd have to fight very, very early and decided, yeah, this one's doomed, I'm going to keep my KDA. Both teams just seem out of sorts, and I'm honestly not trying to be mean, but they're not talking during this game. I think the communication here for MCT was, oh, well, it's over. Let's just wait for Elder Drake and see if he can win off that. Let's add extra executes to our already power farmed Smolder. Like, I don't know, Raptor. This game just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
This is a heebie-jeebie game. Yeah, I agree. Like, MCT really, I feel like MCT's comp should really be like coming on. They shouldn't be having this much trouble with fights, but they just can't seem to get organized. Whether it's the comms, whether it's just like micro decisions, it's really hard to tell. But there is something going on here. Because I agree, this is such a wild hunt. This is one of those solo queue games, like, this isn't gonna work, and then it starts working. You're like, oh god, what do we do? You start panicking, and then everything kind of falls apart. Oh, the Skarner ult from Nooner comes through. He doesn't land it, unfortunately. The Nami ult gonna try to save their Skarner, but he will fall. Montgomery gonna pick up, going to kill spree. Ace Menace dies on the side, though, as the redemption comes through from over the top. They're gonna trade 1-for-1. Shut down, though, for MCT. DDG, without their mid laner and all of his damage, seem a little bit more hesitant to keep this push going, and they're going to back off.
Yeah, with Nooner down, there's a good opportunity for them to try and get something. That's one of the big engages gone, and Maokai ult is also down. They could look for more off of this one with Star Chow now being level 17. Really, really strong on that Aatrox and putting in a lot of work. It's such a low kill game, but they have such a lead from just the little things. Like, if you look at the jungle, it's Flame Horizon. I think there was also Flame Horizon in the top side at one stage as well. On the other side, it's fairly close in mid. We're going to look at 40 CS and nothing is that much, but in the bot side, it's over 100 as well. It's 145. It's just CS numbers, and it just looks like lane gaps.
It's the lane diff. It's the dead gaming diff.
I wish we could see damage numbers for the entirety of this game.
Oh, I know. Oh, we'll have to. Yeah, we'll have to see it at the end in the post-game lobby. I'm sure the numbers.
This game's never going to end. I don't know what you mean. I'm going to be trapped here in purgatory. This is league purgatory for me.
There's 2 forbidden idols on the Soraka. It hasn't even finished another item. Just built 2 forbidden idols. Oh, nope. It's there. There's the new item. Dawn Core. It's core.
Yay.
Yay. Don't get too excited there, Satyr.
I just want to go to the next game and see. Do you know what the worst thing is? I just want to see Varus Jinx again. Just want to see normal ADCs. I complain about it so much, but I just like normal ADCs. And this game is just heebie-jeebie solo queue. Like, if I was either jungler, I'd be screaming right now. Oh, there's a lot of trouble here for Nooner as he is silenced, he is slowed, he is hit, but he is not dying because that is a Skarner, and Skarner says no to damage. as he will get a little bit of damage onto the Soraka, and the Nami wave will get the knockup. But it is once again back to a stalemate, and they need to cover mid because Star Chow is there and will take your inhibs.
Is he gonna get through this? He is. Oh my god, the damage on the inhibitor. It's like a quarter of its health in one hit. It's absurd. As we see the top turret, it will eventually fall. It is so hard to break through this Velvet and this Leona with that healing from the Soraka. I guess this is the plan with this comp. just let...
It's just Velvet JoJo angle. That's what it is. This is what this entire game is about. Just
the stand is just her is just healing her. It's just Soraka.
Yeah, it's my brain.
This game hurts my brain, but it is honestly I'm having a bit of fun with it. The chaos.
I predicted DDG to win in the chat.
Wait, what?
I think I predicted DDG to win in the chat.
Oh. I had said MCT because I was very confused by the DDG comp. As much as I love a good Bel'Veth game, I didn't feel like that they'd have it in it, but they do. They're funneling the kills into the other three and just being like, we're frontline, we're beef, we're heal, we're just here, so they waste everything on us, and it's working. Like, MCT is playing right into, they're wasting all their ults every time on a Soraka. Like, that last one on that top turret, that Namiel, that Malkael, all it did was hit the Soraka. That's it. You knocked up Soraka and no one can follow up. Congrats. But now, can they get the flank on here? Jabber's looking for something. Star Chow going in though, forced to flee, trying to run away, but getting bounce house around. Ace Mets comes over. Star Chow goes over the wall, looking for a kill, but is going to get pushed back, getting super low. The executes though have not flown through yet. Star Chow with a huge shield. One goes on a killing spree onto the Veigar. Now they're on to Nooner. Nooner is going to fall. Double kill over to the Aatrox. Can he make it a triple? He is going to. Can he get the Quadra? Silver Weasel managing to stun up Lotus. Will it be enough? No, Ace Menace is going to pick that one up, and now they're rooting up the Smolder. It's 4 kills. Make it 5. That's the Ace. Silver Weasel going to pick that up. And you said this game was never going to end, but I think it's going to end now. A clean fight from DDG. Not a single member dying. And they're going to march on in to MCT's base and end this first game.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Like...
Okay. And to see the face. Seder. Oh, what a game. What a first game we've had. The upset comp managing to win out in the end. The one with none of the scaling, no AD carry. It's like that old Luigi meme. Luigi has no arms, no legs, no nose, no mouth, no mustache. This is this comp. DDG has no AD carry, no scaling, but they did it. They managed to win.
They got Kirby'd.
They got Kirby.
They got Kirby'd as a smash turn. They got Kirby. Look, I don't want to break this one down. I don't want to talk right now. I don't know how to explain what just happened. I'm going to go gather my thoughts in the break screen, but we will be back in just a few moments. Please don't go anywhere because I'm going to be here all night.
your chest. I want to forget it, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again, again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. There's no time for regret, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget it, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again, again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Vanquisher League. You just a couple minutes ago saw DDG take down MCT with an absolutely absurd team composition, clearly brought to you by our lovely sponsors, ProComps.gg, using the draft tool, the champion pool, the tool that it gives you.
You can't do an ad read after that draft.
You can't do an ad read after
You can't
that.
do it. No.
I believe in DDG's use of it.
You know what? There should be a drop-down menu where you can pick DDG comps, and it's pretty much ultimate bravery.
Should be that right there. Pro Comps, your next tool, right there.
Yeah, DDG.
But if you guys want to try it out and take your draft to DDG's level or go above DDG's level, check it out. ProComps.gg. And let's talk about that draft, Sater. Let's talk about what happened.
We're not doing it. We're gonna talk about the good old days. Varus, Jinx, Caitlyn, MZRY.
I mean, even the older days, back when we didn't let armored bears in the league.
I don't even mind the armored bears. At least that has a place in the meta. Leona ADC has given me so many reasons to never play bot lane again, and I'm a support main. That's my jam right there. Like, I absolutely love Leona. I think is probably the best engaged champion in the world because it's just unbelievably tanky. They've made a mockery of my role. They took my job. Took everything from me, Raptor. I have nothing left. I am a disheveled man.
You have your beautiful accent.
Yeah, that's not going to carry me through a game of League of Legends.
Oh, man, did you be surprised? You'd be surprised.
If we had voice chat in League, would I be able to calm you down on an absolute tilt spree?
Probably, yeah.
User says no.
I think so.
It's a 50-50. I'll take a coin flip.
Yeah, well, that's a good coin flip. Speaking of coin flips, what coin flipping will we see in this draft today? So far, same starting ban, but will it change?
So don't ban Leona, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just don't let Weasel play ADC Leona again.
Let's see. Poppy banned again. What will MCT follow with?
I'm gonna guess a Rek'Sai, and then it's gonna be a Nivea, and then it's gonna be Hui, and then it's gonna be Syndra.
Ooh, all right. 50% on it right now. There it is. Okay. We're there. 4th, 6th, 60%, 66%, 2/3. And is the next one right? Is it the Hui? It is the Hui. So, all right, Sater, will you have the 100% rate? Yeah, let's go, Sater.
It's the only thing they could possibly change here. Like, I don't think anything else needs to really be changed. They're not going to ban Leona. They don't feel like that was the problem when... I don't know if it was or not. We're going back to a Skarner. So Star Chow is going to lock in the one trick. Star's going to bring back the Stars. We're going to see another Soraka just because why not? Why not just add more pain to my wonderful evening here? I've had a really good day today though, other than that. A really, really good day. Yeah. Yeah, there's Soraka, yeah. If I see one more goat today, lose my mind.
I've had a rough day, so for me, this chaos is the calmest part my day has been, and I'm just trying to live in every moment of it. As we see Montgomery lock in the Jhin, so new comp a little bit. But will they lock the Leona? Smolder coming back. MCT, will they do the salty run back?
Yeah, more than likely. I don't want to talk, Raptor, and I know I'm a color caster, and this is meant to be my job. But this is like the last 5 minutes of retail when 16 people walk into the shop when you're meant to be closing, and you've closed the tills because no one was here, and everyone walks in being like, can you help me find this t-shirt? And it's like, we haven't sold that in 17 years. And it's like, oh, can we have a look in the back? I'm like, no, I can't. That's what this feels like.
That's like the other day we had a tornado warning and no one had been in for 6 hours. So I'm getting ready to close and 20 people walked in and said, oh, we want to get a beer. And I'm like, the tornado. And they're like, but beer. And I said, no, not the beer. And not the Leona, because that is unfortunately come back, Sater. I know.
I look like I'm after walking through like a Vietnam flashback. That's what I look like. You can see it in my eyes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Well, everyone else kind of continue. Oh, the Aatrox got banned too, so they do have to change it up a little bit more. Set gonna come through. Okay, I'm a big fan of Set, but not in this not in this comp. Please take an 80 carry. At least take an 80 mid.
These champs are speaking Vietnamese. I can't do this. Okay, we're gonna get a Renata. There's no auto. There's no ADC. What are you gonna ult Leona so it'll turn around and stun someone else?
Hey, well, you can make Xin Zhao knock someone up. Actually, Set would hurt too if he punched somebody. It might be decent. Another scaling comp, a little bit better peel for this one. I think the Nami wasn't great, and it's gonna be Brand in the mid. Okay, well,
I'm gonna phase into nothingness really quickly, just disappear.
for
Right. Let's break this one down. Right. I'll do my best. Where is the brand going? The brand going mid into Cassio. So Cassio is going to have a game. Cassio's going to have a game. Has a Maokai jungle. I still have not seen the Maokai travel to the mid lane pre-level 4 to just burn a flash to give the mid laner an extra little bit of help, because that would have definitely helped the Veigar scale a little bit more into that way matchup. There's a goat. That's wonderful. Thank you, goat.
You said you didn't want to see another goat. It's okay, Satyr. That goat's a good goat. That's a good goat.
I'm so close to just queuing up myself and just playing Leon ADC and seeing what happens. But yeah, we're getting a salty run back in terms of the top side here, at least for MCT, while on the bot side we're getting a salty run back from DDG. Less salty, but salty for me. This whole meal is just salt at this stage. I'm just having salt with a side of salt and then some melted salt on top as garnish. This is just... I don't think Sems likes me anymore. He's done this to me purposefully.
All right. Well, if you all want to support Satyr in getting and escaping his madness.
MZRY.
Yeah, misery. His madness-inducing misery. Let us know in the comments who you think's gonna win this game. Let them know it's okay. Talia, Soraka, Leona, bot lane can't hurt you in real life. Only in Vanquisher League.
I like one of the last messages Sam's actually said in the chat, which was directed at me, is this is what I get for complaining about the same champions the whole time. I love the same champions the whole time. I'm never taking that opinion again. This is just my life now. Just my life
Cursed
now.
monkey, Paul. You didn't go with the same champions again, but you're not getting everything you like.
Yeah, but we're going to look towards this top side, where I haven't actually seen a Skarner play into a set in a very long time. I'm going to ask my observer never to leave this lane, so I don't want to see anything else. Just leave me with this. But yeah, Nooner and Starchow are going to have a hell of a time up here. I think Skarner does win out in the earlier stages. I think once level 3 comes through and Set has his full arsenal, he should be able to do a little bit more, as Nooner should be able to tank up most of this. He has to kind of watch out for that reverse Kamehameha that we will see come out. And it's actually not a lot yet. We have to wait for that bar to build up, obviously. But look, I'm having so much fun up here. Let's stay here forever.
We could stay up here forever. I mean, I'm a big fan of watching Sed and watch them do a Falcon Punch onto somebody. All my fighting game peeps out there. It's basically that. If you killed someone, it's a Falcon Punch.
Is it Kamehameha or a Falcon Punch?
I think it's Falcon Punch, but it's only one-handed. And he charges it like Captain Falcon does. Like, I can just hear him screaming, Falcon Punch! It's just punching him. And another first blood for the bot lane. By the way, while that all happened, Soraka picks up kill number 1.
Screaming internally. Literally screaming internally. As we do see that there is a gang coming topside. Montgomery will be able to jump in for this one. Nooner might be in a little bit of trouble. There's a dash, but he actually predicts it perfectly. Nooner, will he get the trade back? No, he won't. But mental damage has been inflicted.
Mental damage has. Flashing into the stun. Oh, Montgomery, you crazy madman. Does manage to get out, though. And yeah, the rest of the map is looking pretty pushed in. It's very pushed for DDG. They're definitely pushing in pretty hard. Seeing Tanksta struggling to deal right now with the brand. The fire is spreading like crazy. It's a literal wildfire. So Jabber is here, looking for the kill with the flash. Gets the root, gonna get the knockback. They've grounded this Brand, and he's just gonna fall. Tanks are gonna pick up that kill.
You remember what I said? You remember what I said the Maokai should do? Just flash on the mid laner. It works every time, 90% of the time.
It works.
It does.
No.
It's like it's such an easy gank to set up, especially when you have any type of CC to follow it. And even that time you didn't need it because you have the grounding to help the slow. It's so easy as Maokai to just go, right, I'll clear my bot side or top side, go straight mid, easy gank, easy setup, return constantly for it, and that's your lane to just walk over. As we do see Montgomery's going to take that bottom crab, but here's Jabber again.
Yeah, Jabber looking for Menace. He's gonna find him again, getting grounded up, getting blasted, and he will fall. Tanksta gonna pick up a second kill. Might get a third onto Montgomery. He will double kill over to the Cassiopeia. And just like that, MCT finds a lead somewhere in the game. It's like they suddenly realize, wait, what if we just did listen to Sater's calls? Sater, you secretly shot color for MCT?
Yeah, I'm in their Discord right now. If you lose this again, I'm strangling all of you one by one. I can't be dealing with it, but Lotus getting some decent damage done to them there as that explosion from Leona will chunk them out a little bit. And yeah, Jabber already starting off on a much better kind of start this game around. Silver Weasel is going to get that ward in as well, so they're going to be fully covered in the bot side. Honestly, if I was Maokai, I would return to mid lane.
Yeah, I think that's a good opportunity right there. There's no flash still for this brand, so just go for it. Just get the Cassio fed. If Cassio gets to 6-0, it doesn't matter how the rest of the game goes. You're just gonna machine gun Kelly everyone through the to death. Oh, and I think this would be a good opportunity, but he's just gonna back. Montgomery is here just in case anyone comes after Ace again. And it's just getting into a 500 gold lead for MCT. Oh, the flash forward onto Lotus. They're looking for it. Soraka gonna pick up another kill onto Lotus. The power of the Soraka Leona is unmatched.
Yeah, I don't know how to break this one down because I still don't know how that lane does it. I know Leona does silly amounts of damage as a tank and Soraka keeps it healthy, but I don't understand how you're putting yourself in a position where that can continuously happen. Like, it shouldn't happen that way, but we do see Jabber working their way towards Montgomery to help contest these grubs. One grub has been eliminated, but Jabber says, you know what? I think I should go mid.
Yeah, they're looking for Ace again. He's on the run, and he's gonna Broccoli out.
Yeah, the Faker Broccoli does make an appearance as... At this stage, Cassiopeia is your win condition, even with Bran getting the shove, getting the CS, and getting more comfortable in the lane. I still think Cassio can do enough in the late game, especially with the grounding to help stop some of those big engages coming through from the likes of the Leona and the Xin Zhao. But on the other side, you do need to give it a lot of help. That Snake Lady does need assistance. And see what tail of the tape will tell us, as bot lane is something we do need to keep an eye on, as Leon and Soraka we've seen before can be incredibly annoying in the lane and definitely exerting their will over how the lane will be played. I'm interested to see why Lotus did go for the Renata. I kind of want to see that ult in full effect and see what happens. I'm looking across these builds now and I'm very interested to see that Brando's taking a Dark Seal even though he's 0-2.
Gotta have the emotional dominance. You know, you gotta show that you believe in yourself enough. That's the power of the Dark Seal. That's the mental win. It's like, I don't even care if I'm 0-2. I'm still gonna get this Dark Seal.
Yeah. I was casting the Challengers League for the NACL Open Qualifiers last week with Crims, and we had a 0-8 way with a Magi Soul Stealer.
Oh, I bet Crims loved that.
We had a lot of fun because he still won the game.
That's great.
Yeah. By the end, the final fight, he did have 20 stacks on it, which was wonderful. But just the gold economy on that item alone was just awful. Like every single time, he was just going in and getting nothing done and then dying. I was just like, yep, that's a good Magi Soul Stealer stack right there. Like. It's one of those. Hopefully Bran doesn't end up in that 0-8 position with that Dark Seal fully built up into that Magi Soul Stealer, but right now we do see Montgomery is hovering towards the spot side, waiting for a good opportunity to go in. That ult is available for Silver Weasel, so we're just waiting for that really. Just waiting for the sun to shine. There it is.
He does make it shine. They're looking for him. Soraka trying to get the slow, but they're not going to find anything. Whoa, wait, Weasel, though, going on in. Meanwhile, though, in the mid lane, the Brand gets knocked out. Tanksta goes on a rampage. And the Maokai returns to the scene of the crime. Meanwhile, though, on the top side, Star Chow just kind of going at it, just kind of trading back and forth. The dunk comes through. Star Chow looking for him. He's going in. He's looking to throw Mankind off the cage. And just away. Meanwhile, though, Dragon started up. It is a Cloud. Jabber engaged onto. Here comes Silver Weasel. They're just going to root him up. They're going to slow him down. He's getting eliminated. But will he get a revive? He will not. He will fall. Montgomery also picked up the Dragon in that. The exhaust went down. Silver Weasel looking for the Smolder. The Flash carries him forward, and they're going to go right on to Lotus. Lotus trying to run away with the Renata. Can she get out? She cannot. Montgomery picks up that kill as well. 2-0, and a Dragon for DDG.
Yeah, very, very risky there to go for that one. We also have to remember that one grub was taken by DDG on the other side. So they're kind of stopping that grub take overall, as it's a little bit risky just to go for 2, and they can just leave them there and be happy with the 1. They're looking to just choke them out once again, and it's coming down to those lane discrepancies that we saw previously. Yes, Kush is getting ahead in CS and scaling up on that Smolder, but on the other side of things, we see Star Chow dominating in the top side. Right now, we're seeing Montgomery being faster around the jungle and being proactive, which is what you need to do against a Maokai that's looking to just be a secondary support. Ace has the shove, has the power, has the extra CS, but is down 3 deaths. There's 4 kills now for Tanksta, and they're just looking to scale through CS and get into those later stages. So DDG somehow, once again, are pulling a madness. Madness.
Yes. All right, Tanksta and Mace Menace going at it. The ult's going through the bounce house of the ult. The cast is going to come through, but that's not going to matter, as does the Renata W. So Tanksta getting pretty low after that one. Someone I see brought this up in the chat, and I want to bring it up to you too, but I'm worried about how you'll feel once I say it. Ace Menace has Swifties on the Brand.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you move it around just a little bit faster. Don't have to worry about it too much.
Okay.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay.
There's too many things that have broken my brain that I think it's a good time for me to stop trying to nitpick at little things and just let it happen. Just let it happen.
Bro.
As Kush, you're a little bit far up there.
Looking for it with the silence. Nope, not gonna find. Oh, he's gonna actually land the damage. Oh, that's that thing is deceptively powerful. The silence, because it's just immediate damage. So easy to do.
It's the ability for Leona to lock down the Smolder and then keep the silence on them as well. That's how the combo's kind of working right now. And it's great to see something like that working. It's just I do just really want to see a Jinx and a Varus at this stage. I even think Varus in this lane would have been fine, because you could just try and focus your poke onto the Soraka and go for that lethality build. Yeah, I just think if you know they're going to go for this Leona Soraka style, you have to find something that can try kill that Soraka. Like, where's the Vi?
This is true. Where is the Vi? The Maokai has not proven great for getting on to anyone not named Brand, so I'm interested to see how they'll do that. And while the rest of the lanes have been farming up steadily, it's 2,000 gold lead right now for DDG. Now the potential another engage. Nope. Silver Weasel gonna get pushed back from the handshake. And Jabber is here. I keep wanting to say Jabberjaw. I don't know if you had ever saw that cartoon as a kid. That might be a little too old of a cartoon.
I was thinking Jabberwockies.
I mean, that's another one too. Jabberwockies are cool. I just think Jabberjaw, like the shark, goes. Nyeh, 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 nyeh.
I think we come from different generations.
I mean, to be fair, this isn't like a little, like this isn't a recent show. This is a show from like the 70s. I just used to watch a lot of old school cartoons, a lot of Boomerang.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I'm more like Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Thanks.
The classic kind of Cartoon Network era at Ed and Eddie. It was a vibe.
Those were fun. I loved those. Courage the cowardly dog.
So much PTSD from that show.
Yeah, that show was pretty terrifying. I had a deadly fear of mummies for a long time because of that show. Return the staff. Or slab. It was slab. It was return the slab.
It is the weirdest cast I've been on in a while.
I know, right? So it makes it fun because it could slow down the last couple of minutes. You know, everyone's just kind of gone back into farming. No one's really fighting too much right now. Everyone's just waiting for these dragons to start popping up. They want to start stacking. DDG wants to get their stacks going again. Montgomery is here. They're going to try to clear out the vision. And I think this fight's going to break out around Dragon. We'll just have to see if anyone gets picked up during it. DDG is the first one in here. And oh, the flash from Jabber is not going to be enough. Gonna get locked up. Gonna try to use the ult to escape. Trying to push away, but the stuns just last forever. Now Jabber finally getting out. The hostile takeover coming through from Lotus. Nooner is here as well. StarChow trying to get in. Ace gonna pick up Lotus though. And now Nooner on the run. The explosions from the brand are popping. Everyone's got to be careful. So many people getting low. StarChow goes into the back looking for Nooner, and the sucker punch comes through. Now he's looking for Tanksta, trying to double punch him, and he is going to pick that up. A double kill for the side of DDG. And they're going to walk away with that fight, but I think they're too low for the Dragon.
I'm gonna have a stroke. Like, how does nothing die in that situation? Like, if you just don't have damage, you are a 4-in-1 Cassio, and you're not able to eliminate anything. Soraka's healing is way too much. Jin Zhao has that displacement that stops him from getting damage. Ace Menace throws an ult in and goes, alright, cool, I'm gonna walk out with this one, see y'all later. StarChow is just bopping people under towers, and Silver Weasel just doesn't die. And I thought the idea last game was really good, to just outscale them and get to those late stages. You need to bully them. If you're going to play against DDG in the future, anyone that's watching this, any of the other teams that'll be watching this VOD review and going back over it, don't let the Leona Soraka go through. That thing is silly. It's just silly. It's a silly little thing. And don't try to outscale them, because they will just keep fighting you. This is the equivalent of an LPL team that will just destroy you every single time. Like, I don't know how Jabberjab... He does get caught in that situation by a Leona Zenith Blade, which follows you if you flash and it still connects. That's a little bit unlucky. But it's just stuck then between three, as Montgomery will flash onto Koosh here, more than likely. No, misses the wind, become lightning. We'll have to step back. But they're now proxy farming the wave.
Yeah, they're just going to proxy it, let the wave crash. So much CS going to get lost here for the side of Koosh. They might, I don't think DDG can get this turret. They don't really have a lot of that damage. Oh, Ace just getting ripped to shreds. Forced to flash out the Soraka. Will keep him alive. And Tanksta will take the worst end of the back side of that trade. Now,
will be forced to back, but does have their Rift Herald recall, so they should be able to get back pretty quickly if they so wish. But instead is staying for the wave, which is a mistake because that tower's on no and here comes
Tanksta gonna get ulted. They're just gonna shred him. StarChow goes on a killing spree so easily there, and they're gonna take the first turret of the game. 17 minutes in, 5,000 gold lead for DDG. This is snowballed there. This is getting out of control so quick.
Yeah, I don't know how this has been allowed. It's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. StarChow's going to return to the top. Here comes Montgomery. There's a shove back towards the tower. Montgomery will knock him back once again, though. Nooner, a little bit of trouble. Here comes the ult to try and suppress him, to try and buy himself some time. StarChow will punch, will kill. Rampage.
And now on the bottom side, Lotus too. Gonna try the hostile takeover, but Teliana Grande is gonna manage to pick that one. Got going on a killing spree. The support is really the carry this game, but also StarChow. I don't think we can forget about how good StarChow has been this game, as we are stunned. Like, even the game is stunned by what is going on here. We're gonna have a little bit of a hiccup. Hopefully we'll be able to get this rectified shortly. There we go. That must have been a pause. Jabber's gonna clear these wolves. And yeah, the side of MCT, they're in a pickle right now. The scaling, it's still there, but we said that last time, and they have even more scaling. They had a Veigar, they had the Smolder, they had so much going for them, and they just haven't been able to find it. They haven't been able to take advantage of the scaling of having actual carries. it's just rough. Like even the cast with 4 kills, going 420 right now, is still under 500 gold under Brand. That's insane.
It's just the static gold as they're just dismantling towers, getting plates, being able to control the flow of the game. And I honestly, I'm in 2 minds whether or not I want to become a fan of DDG. Because if they do this every single week and somehow pull out the weirdest stuff, I'd be more than happy to watch it. I'm just in shock.
I am as well. This has been quite the shock. I know it's a 1-2 versus a 2-1 team, but you don't expect this kind of thing to happen. You think, oh, it's probably be closer. There'll be kind of close games probably. But these are just blowouts with wild comps. StarChow beating up on Nooner as Jabber gets the ultimate down there, looking for the Brand. Will they pick him up? The ult comes through from Soraka, and the rest of the squad shows up. Aceman is getting pulled in by Nooner, still trying to run. The ult coming through from the set. They're going to pick up one. It's going to be on to Tanksta. It's another onto Nooner. It's another onto Lotus. 3 kills, a double for StarChow. And DDG, even when they get found out, are still winning these fights. You just, how do you kill them?
You don't. You just FF and go next.
There is no next. This is if they lose, they're done for the day, for the week. Montgomery looking for Koosh, and he's just gonna go, nope, see you later. As mid lane turret will fall here. DDG picked it up. StarChow getting a lot of pushing potential. Finally, this outer bot turret will fall. Aceman is gonna pick it up. Turret after turret falls. Dragon coming up in 30 seconds. This could be the deciding fight if this game isn't decided already. 8,000 gold right now for DDG. Oh, I thought it would stop the back for a moment.
It was looking to do something for sure. I'm genuinely very close to throwing out everything I've ever known about League of Legends and just start running this every single game.
I'm down. I will be your Soraka or the Leon. I don't know which one you guys will be. As we see StarChow get engaged on 3 people here right now. The punch coming through, but can he get out? No, he's gonna get double ulted for it, and they're gonna get that shutdown finally. But retop, that is again the call for DDG. They're gonna pick up this dragon. The gold going over the Maokai, not really where you want it, I think, right now. Herald gonna get dropped on the top side, so they'll at least get a turret. They're gonna try to get some of this plate gold. I mean, this bounty gold that's just been sitting there waiting for them. That objective bounty has been claimed. They're gonna try to push this as quick as possible, get as much gold as they physically can. Ah, yes, using the really good mechanic. You let Shelly charge on her own. Oh, the engage now onto Ace Menace. It's all alone. Gonna try to get out. The ult coming through from the Soraka is not gonna be enough. Nooner's gonna die though as the exchange. Ace gonna pick up that kill, and they're not gonna get the second turret. But Silver Weasel is here looking for Lotus. Oh, but the root will land him. Silver Weasel still looking for Lotus. Doesn't even care about the cast, but the cast doesn't care that she doesn't. They're going back in. Set is here though. The drop knockdown. They're still looking for Lotus. Gonna finally pick him up. Tanksta trying to run, trying to stay alive, but will fall. A double kill going over to StarChow. Jabber tries to run for the hills, but is surrounded. Silver Weasel gonna grab him. StarChow just gonna punch him, gonna drop him, knock him, and sock him, and go on a killing spree. 4 for 1, I guess, for DDG. So I'd say that's overall trade. They're gonna get the Baron, and it was looking so good for a moment for MCT.
For a moment, they got 1 kill.
Well, it also looked like they were going to get the Leona too, but cast damage is not apparently high enough to deal with that. And Soraka.
Not yet. There was a sign of life there for a second. It was like a slight pulse in the body that DDG have just been punching on the floor for the last hour and a half. Like, it's almost cruel at this stage. You're playing with them, with this comp. It's like they've unlocked the secret to League of Legends. It's like they've got the Yu-Gi-Oh avatar card and they're just pulling it out every single time. They're just saying, I've got the leg, I've got the head, I've got the arm, I've got the other leg, I've got the other. Yeah, they're Exodia comping comp that shouldn't on paper ever win, And I don't think anyone would be able to predict that a Leona Soraka would have this much of an impact in a game where you have so much scaling, so much damage, and so much dot, especially with the Casio on top. It's crazy.
It is. This is a very crazy game. Same build as last time from Soraka. The shields are actually working this time for the Locket. I will say that for Silver Weasel. I feel that the fights have been much closer together, so they're getting a lot more value out of it, which, I mean, is definitely bad news for MCT as 3 members come up here. They were looking for Star Chow. Star Chow 9-1 this game on the set. If he is involved in a fight, there is no assisting. It's just kills. The set will always get the kills. And now with 4 of them now on the top side, that is the call for DDG to make a push for this bot lane. MCT kind of just flailing about. Doesn't feel like they're really motivated to defend, but I think they're starting to realize, hey, wait, this is an inhibitor turret. We really should not let this fall. This will make it very difficult for us. Who's trying to buy space with it? How is Smolder at 223 stacks, 2 stacks away from the execute potential. What's coming? Star Chow in trouble. Got Nooner and Tanksta here. The ult coming through, the dunks, the punches, the stun though coming from the cast, and another stun from the Skarner, but the heal does come in from Soraka, trying to pull him, trying to sucker punch him. Can he pick it up? Can he get the kill? Oh, the redemption, he got pushed out, and it is gonna be Tanksta shutting him down. Took everything in the kitchen sink, but they managed to finally pick up a kill for themselves. But will it be worth it?
Not really, as they're getting sieged on the other side and losing a lot more than previously had. It's slowly ticking over to the point where the game will be out of their hands, and that's the worst place you can be in. Tempo is gone, it's lost, and they're in a position now where it's too difficult for them to try and draw their way back into this one. I don't even know how you could possibly win this one without Casio getting a pentakill and no one touching her in a fight.
That's the win con. Let's go. That or it's Smolder in time. I mean, like, if a Smolder comes online, it's Smolder in time. He's gonna be smoldering all over him.
Sorry, I left. My brain has left the building.
That's okay. Mine left it alone.
Being a traditional league player sucks, because this kind of comp would like excite someone that just wants to see what madness can happen.
Oh, speaking of madness, fight breaking out all over the place. Silver Weasel coming through. The mom comes in from over the top, but here comes Star Chow with a huge ultimate. Montgomery goes on a rampage. They're also going to pick up the Renata there. The Smolder has fallen. They're going to get Tanksta too. Tanksta will fall. That's a double kill for him. Nooner trying to pick up the only one on the back here with Ace Menace, but the Soraka is here. It's like, hang on, ambulance on the way. A triple kill going the way of Montgomery, and it's just Nooner versus the world right now. The teleport is coming through. I think this is going to be the end of the game for the side of DDG, or at least the inhibitor and a dragon. Dragon's Soul is on the board, but why go for that when you've got 10 seconds until really any major threat is online? They are going to push this forward. Montgomery going on to Nooner. Star Chow not going to try to grab him right now. They are shredding down these Nexus turrets. Oh, Montgomery engages though right on to Lotus. Looking for the stun though from the side, coming in onto Star Chow. Star Chow is buying space in the front. The Smolder trying to get stuff, but is getting sucker punched out. Star Chow on the hunt. Got to be careful. The Smolder executes are online. They've got to run. They've got to flee. The Soraka has fallen. That could be the moment. MCT on the hunt, looking for it. Tanksta trying to snipe him down. There goes the double kill for the Smolder. Here comes Nooner from the side. DDG may have bitten off way more than they can chew. The Leona's going to sacrifice herself. The ult coming from over the top from the Smolder. That's going to be a killing spree for Kush. 3 overall. And MCT finds the fight, holds onto their base, even though it's starting to just crumble. They're going to be able to get this Chemdrake and finally get something back.
Something for themselves, but it's still, when you look at even the goal, this 10k goal lead, it shortens now just after that Drake, and they get something. Yeah, they just continue to dominate here, and what can you do in this situation? They do get something back. They pick themselves up some gold, and they might get a nice reset, maybe complete an item or two, but it's still, when you just look across There's a secondary component finished on the Leona. We don't have the LDR from Smolder. The 3 items on Cassio is really, really good, but 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. So that's maxed out for Brand. Looking towards his last item, which is his Anya's. And he's pretty much fully online for the next fight. We have 3.5 items on the Jin. We have 2.5 on the Maokai. And Set is an entire item completed as well over the Scar. It's just way too much going on. And it's just a wallet difference at this stage.
Yep, now Weasel going back on in, the ult coming in from Jabber, the ult coming in from the Renata, looking to hit everyone up. Everyone just getting ripped around, but the Redemption's going to save most of them. Getting kind of low, got to be careful. Going forward, Starchow's going to pick up Nooner. That's the end of the front line. Now they go forward, looking for Lotus. Koosh going to go on a rampage, though. On the side, Jabber has fallen. Ace Menace is also on a killing spree. With DDG getting kind of low. The executes, though, for the Smolder are working out. He is super low, too, as is Lotus. They got to back up. But with both tanks down, I don't know if DDG can afford to take another fight here. They've got to kill this Soraka. Their only hope of winning this is kill Soraka and then collapse on the rest of DDG. But DDG is going to back up. They got the inhibitor. They want this Baron. They want to be able to carefully close this game out. This might be a wild comp, but their playstyle is definitely anything but. Baron is started up. Starchow and Montgomery on it. Soraka just kind of trying to keep Lotus away. Ace Menace also trying to get over here, help out with the DPS he can provide. Lotus is here. They spot him out. The rest of MCT is slowly trickling their way up, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stop it. This Baron is already getting so low. And now the engage from Montgomery. They're looking for Lotus, and oh, Lotus might get out. Yeah, he's going to use the ultimate to try to run away. Baron is going to fall, though, for the side of DDG. Mom comes from overhead, as does the advance from the Maokai. Montgomery trying to get out is going to get executed and shut down by Koosh. The rest of DGG, though, runs for the hills. They got the Baron. They got out.
Objective survive completed by the Soraka, and they escape with Baron. 4 Barons strong now for DDG. They have all the time in the world to work with in terms of sieging this now, because there's not enough wave clear when those Barons come through, as Cassio's just not quite built for wave clear with the Baron. Smolder will be able to get some done with the Chew, but there's still not enough sneezes in the world. It's such a tough position to be in, and it's just going to keep getting tougher for them. I don't know what to say about this anymore that I already haven't said. I don't know where to go with this Raptor. I don't feel like this comp should be winning, but it's now a 100% victory for Leona ADC, and DDG are a team to watch if you let this through.
Yeah. I mean, they still haven't won it with this one yet, and we are seeing MCT starting to claw back some of these fights. The Smolder is online. Can we get a Smolder stat check real quick? Stat check in. Where are the Smolder stacks at? Yeah, look at those Smolder stacks. 329 stacks. He be smoldering right now. He be smoldering. He is a monster right now. And if they're not careful, like, this is the point of scaling that we've finally been waiting for the side of MCT. This could be their moment to come back into this game. They just have to play these fights carefully. I think they need to eliminate Soraka if they want to win this. They're doing so much damage, but it doesn't matter when Soraka just ults from over the top and everyone is back to full health. So I think if they want to win this, they're going to have to take that. They're also going to have to fight for this Chems Dragon. Again, sole point for the side of DDG. The teleport coming in from Tanksta. They're looking to try to get a push going on in the mid lane before they rotate on over. Meanwhile, though, DDG pushing to the bot side. Oh, Jabber goes really far forward. Ace goes golden, gets rooted up, trying to get out, but is going to get shut down by Koosh. That could be the call to go for the Dragon. Meanwhile, though, DDG is going to run it for the inhibitor. They want to break this, prevent MCT from finding any opportunity to come back in this game. Meanwhile, on the top side, Starchow continuing what he's been doing, takes another turret for his team, and he's going to keep this push going. MCT has to respond. I feel like if the set gets the push down and can get on that turret, it's all done. Oh, Lotus has been found, trying to run out, trying to get away, but is going to get knocked up. Montgomery's going to pick up that kill. Now Kooch is on the run. The teleport came in from Jack. Yeah, it's just chaos. It's utter chaos as we see Set pick up a kill on Denir right there. Montgomery is going to get taken down, though. Koosh has gotten low. The Smolder coming back, looking for Tanksta. Silver Weasel is here, too. They're trying to get on it. They're going to get the double kill for Starchow. Starchow now going for Koosh, though. Taking down the Leona. The Soraka heals are coming through. They're huge. Starchow manages to pick up the kill. Jabber trying to take out Grande, but it's not going to be enough. Jabber just going to get sucker punched, and Tree meets Fist. Fist wins. That's going to be an ace for DDG. The kill going over to Ace Menace, and the game going over to DDG, unless Lotus can pull something out of their hat with the Renata, but I don't think that's going to be the case. GG to DG. They 2-0 MCT.
I've never felt more uncomfortable in a game in my life. That was like a full credit to DDG. Like, full credit. I'm not going to say anything about it. They've unlocked how to play League of Legends at the highest level. Like, I fully expect Team Liquid to play this next week. It's there for the taking. There's free LP for the taking. Just play Soraka, Leona, and dominate. Varus, kill the Soraka from distance. But no, like they played perfectly. I think they fully expected Koosh to go towards that Smolder and just went, you can't outscale tanks. And they just overloaded it with tanks. And we saw, once again, I think Starchow is probably the star of the show, pun intended. But they really did just take over towards the end of both games. The Aatrox was massive in game 1. Set was massive in game 2. For everything that the bot lane did to nullify the game, Starchow was the one that really dragged them over the line when it came to damage and great team play.
Yeah, I think this was a huge kind of statement win for DDG to be able to win with such an odd comp and do it twice in a row. I think like it was absolutely massive. I want to give, honestly, I think MVP goes to Taliana Grande. Like, it's the Soraka. There were so many fights they shouldn't have won, and they got in bad positions, and Soraka still just healed them out of it. I think it's got to be that. It's got to be them or Starchow. Both of them were just monstrous this series. And yeah, if I'm any other team, I'd be looking out for DDG. I 100% agree. And if I'm MCT, like, I'm gonna be kicking myself. I'm like, what a rough comp to lose to twice.
That's a mental breaker. That kind of series will put so much doubt into a team, being like, I can't believe we lost to that. And you don't have answers for it. Like, they'll be watching this back and they'll be hearing all of the comps that we've been talking about, what they could have done. And that might give them some light in what to do next, but it's still it's so tough to come back from losses like that.
Yeah, I think so. But that's everything we have got for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with more wonderful Tide Esports gaming action. So don't go too far from your screens. We'll see you all tomorrow. And yeah, let us know in the Discord what you think of today's games, because man, they were wild. But we'll see you all later.